Welcome to Rather Be Teaching. I'm Janelle Carroll, and let's get started. Today, I'd rather be teaching Wonderopoly. Let's take a look at some ways that you can modify and differentiate. So these are just some suggestions or things that you can try. Now, it's really up to your discretion as the teacher, as the property manager, to decide what really works for your class, right? It really depends on the grade level, the age of the students you're working with, and you really know your class best. Now, if we take a look at the battleship was the sketchnoting. Now, the QRBREAKIN for this Monopoly already comes with kind of pre-made stations. They had include 10 items for drawing and annotating, but I changed mine to 6 or 8 items. So you can always modify those. And really with the younger grades, maybe you start with just 3 items or 4 items for them to sketch and annotate and put facts down on. It really depends kind of on how your class is, and again, like that grade level. If we're looking at the terrier was the vocabulary with the quizzes. They needed to have 2 teammates earn a 100% score. Again, you know your students best, and if there is a team, right, and say they've tried so hard, they've been doing the quizzes over and over again, and they still can't get that 100%, but they got close, right? They got to a 90. Maybe that is where you say, you know what, I see you really tried. It's all right to not get 100%. Maybe, you're okay with the 90%. If we look at the iron was watching like a YouTube video that went with the Wonders curriculum, something that was in the weekly planner. Now, I had my students, when I taught first grade, write down like 5 facts that they found from the video. But again, looking at your grade level, maybe they just write down 3 facts. Maybe if you're teaching first grade, they find 2 facts. It's really up to your discretion again as the teacher. And then when we're looking at that scoreboard, you do not have to do 8 stations. That might be a little too much for elementary students. Or you can try, lesser stations in the beginning and then keep adding them in as your class gets familiar with this. So I used 6 stations instead of 8, worked really well with 5th. And then, for the lower students, you could always start with maybe 4 stations. It's really up to you again. And you can always modify the scoreboard. You can take things out, right? If you're not going to use a Google form, it doesn't really work with what your Wonders is that week, or it doesn't work with your grade level, you can always take that out. You could take, like, for example, the race car out, and you're not going to use that one. You could take the iron out. You're not going to use a YouTube for that week. Or you're going to plug something else in. Again, you can use your creativity, knowing your class, the grade level, and really modify and differentiate different things depending on the needs of your students. So make sure you stick around for the next video.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.